Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here on the Hagenstedt map. Let's get back to reliving the glory days. Right, it's telling me that the barn is there, but I don't have a sell point. We'll come back to that in a second. This is weird. I know that there was a thing that someone did. Oh, wait a minute, I don't want to do that. I want you are just fine where you are. It's this one here. We've now finished this field, so I'm just going to go and start the final field over there. Yeah, I know there was one of the updates to the map. They did change something, but I generally, if I start a series on a map, I don't update it. If they release an update after I've started a series, I don't use the update. I do not update because I've run into trouble with that before, and it's caused me nothing but headaches. So I don't, as a rule, do any updates. I don't run updates on a map. So I started the series, and then there was an update, and I'm sure he mentioned something to do with the barn. But I've got no intention of actually using the new update or doing anything to the update because I don't want to risk something going horribly wrong with the series. So I'm sticking with that little rule that I have. I'm not actually going to risk it. You know, we may get most of this field spread without having to... we are going to have to use some manure. We are going to need to do that a bit. But I got to sell hay first. I gotta find somewhere to actually sell it. Now, I am wondering if I need to maybe buy the barn. Maybe that's what we're gonna have to do. So we'll quickly load this up, and then we will get back out to the field out there. So there we go. We've got 8,000 litres on board this one. And yes, having a pink muck spreader is going to be an ongoing theme with this one. Every muck spreader we use, slurry spreader and muck spreader, I am going to colour them pink if I can, just because why not? I'll keep everything else like the other colours. I know that some of you kind of like to see the pink stuff turning up, and then others of you really don't like it because it kind of it's a bit too much for gameplay purposes, but I see no problem with it. I know people in real life who have pink machinery and they colour it pink specifically because no one's going to steal it. Who's going to go and steal a pink machine? Where are you going to sell that? No one's ever going to buy it. So it is actually a pretty good defense against thievery. So I'm going to come down here. Now, this is a problem. So let's first of all, let's go into the garage and see if that barn is sellable. I don't believe it is. I don't think that that is actually an option. We got farm garage here. This is the ones actually at the yard. I got the Baler's Barn Deluxe Black Edition over there. So it's not an option for selling it. So then we go into here and we go to miscellaneous, which would be the sell points that are included with this map, if there are any. I'm looking through all of these walls. Walls have ears. A new entrance gate on that one. See, that was another thing. I was using this mod on the time-lapse series, and then I updated it, and it removed all of the old pieces of wall that I'd already put down, which was frustrating, to say the least. There's nothing in there. What else would we... It wouldn't be... Would it... I doubt there's going to be anything under decoration for it. I mean, you've got farm shacks and stuff like this. This is all base game stuff. This isn't what I'm... You've got the guest house right there. Farm garage. It's that one, but it should be a sell point. This one. It's this one right here. This is the one that I've got right here, but it should be a sell point. It shouldn't be anything else. So why aren't you a sell point? Tempted to just drop that one down there and see if it does come up as a sell point. Like, this one's actually got the hay and straw out the front of it. So if I put it there like that, we will see. Let's start it up, because it's quite clearly we're not able to sell anything here. Despite the fact that it says that there is something here, we're not able to sell anything here. Yeah, right. I've force tipped a little tiny bit there, and it's not allowed the sale of anything. I very much doubt that this is a sell point. It's messed up my road quite a bit. No, there's no sell point there. That's nothing. Right, so we don't actually have anything of use. We can't use it here. What I am just going to do very briefly is I'm going to go... let me have a look in sheds and see if there's anything in here. This is the sheds that come with the game. And then you've got all of the extra stuff over here. But this is the ones that they've got in the game right here. I don't think those are. No. This is frustrating. I sold back the little garage that I had. I'm just going to try the bale sell point there. So I got rid of that one that I put down here temporarily. I'm going to have to borrow a little bit of money to do this, just to make sure that it does work. And we will attempt a new sell point right here with the bales. But see, it says bale sell point. Now, I don't know if that's just bales or if that's going to be the other materials as well. Which way? Hang on, let's have a look. Okay, so that goes right through there. So we want to be able to... Yeah, it needs to be exactly the opposite way round. So I want to rotate that one round like that. There's the sell point on that one. So it does actually work. And if I put that one over the middle of the road right there, actually going to bring it back down that way a bit like that, and then we've got our sell point right in there. And then I'm going to do a quick bit of tidy up down here as well. So all I'm going to actually do in here is I'm going to go down to the level that everything is down here, and then I'm going to move that out like that. Just sweep it back through a little bit. And then we will smooth things off over here. Before I do any smoothing, though, I'm just going to change the ground texture type. There's the road. I'm actually going to bring that out like that there. And just sort of smooth that back a little bit. And then we'll go over there like that. And now we'll go, not you, but we'll go to you. That's an entirely different type of grass that I'm planting right there, but that's just going to have to be what we've got, because I don't think there is any other option. We'll take that back over there. I actually shouldn't be planting the grass up here yet. Just smooth that out over, because I need to still do this bit. I want to Control E and bring up my brush strength. Like that. And then I want to just smooth this bit out over here. And that's what I should have done first. So I want to make that really big like that. And then I can level everything out like that. And then I need to be putting the grass seed on afterwards. What I'm actually going to do is I'm not going to bother putting the grass seed back, I don't think. We'll just kind of leave it as it is. So I want to bring that one out over there. And then if we look down this side, just want to smooth that out around there a little bit and around that tree there. Okay. Bit of smoothing done over there. Right, so we won't bother doing anything else with that. Hopefully, actually, we need to have a look in here now, and we need to see what the sell points are. We've got vegetable, transport, central grain, edge, bale sales right there. That's 162 in that one. Transport companies 170 up there, and there's 217 in the barn, but the barn doesn't exist. So we can't do anything with the barn, as it simply does not exist. It's a bit disappointing. So I'll go with the 162. I'm all the way down here. Now, it may not even allow me to sell this one. We may actually... Oh, yes, it does. It says bale sales, but it does actually allow me to tip it out and sell it. So it's 162. It's not quite the 217 that we were hoping for, but it is better than absolutely nothing, which I feel is a good thing. So we can tip all of that lot out. Yes, I've just gone and spent a pile of money getting all of that in place and sorting everything out, but it wasn't that big a pile of money. I feel that that's probably going to be alright. I don't think that's going to be like a major issue. Now, I have been told about a mod that I can use. We got almost 30,000 euros for that, which is pretty good. I have been told about a mod that I can get that... Hang on, let me just bring this over here and get rid of that hay there. There is a mod I can get that allows the removal of placed items on the map. So things like the barn that we've got just over there in front of us, the stones, the rocks, like that big rock over there we can see in the distance. We can remove items like that. So if I'm going to go nuts on this map right at the end of the series... And yes, we'll leave this road here, so this road here wouldn't be interfered with, but if I'm to go through and basically try and turn the entire rest of the map into one giant field, or two giant, three, whatever it is, according to the roads, it's actually going to be 3 or 4 giant fields, because if you look over here, that one there is an island in the middle of it, and then we'd have a big field down here, be another field in here, something like that. I don't know, but like there's going to be a lot of objects in there, and it'd be quite cool if we go and get rid of several of those objects, just get them all out of the way, and then we've got our ultimate massive great big field after we have obliterated just about everything on the map. Now, I don't know about that. I don't know if we will go to that extreme or not. I will consider it. I'll have a think about that. That'll only be something that we do right at the very end of the series anyway. It's definitely not something that we're going to be looking at doing early on. It would be right at the end if we've got the money and the time and the inclination to do so. So let me just go and pop this one back in here now. And then I need to get the muck spreading going. So we've got to get that up over there. So we'll do that in a... Actually, we could do that now, because we've only got that little sunflower field there to plant anyway, so it's not like we're now running out of... like we're not really up against the clock. So we've got these rear spreader ones. This one, unfortunately, takes quite a bit of horsepower and also is a lot of money. That one is 27,000, which isn't very cheap. I'd eventually like to be able to use that one, just because I've never actually used it. I think it would be quite cool to go and use it. I don't have a cheaper machine here. I got that one for 27,500. That's a lot of money. That is quite a chunk of money. We'll have it so that it goes maximum speed. I would like to have had a side spreading one, but I can't have that. So we will take this one. And yes, I know I have only just repaid our loan. Now I'm buying more stuff. So we're going to change that one over, and then we're going to go back into the shop and go into miscellaneous over here, and we'll go to that milling machine, customize. Working speed doesn't matter, that we don't want to change that. But color, what color should we have for the milling machine? Dark blue? It covers up the dirt, I suppose. It's a bit more difficult to see the dirt when it's that kind of color. Let's go with orange this time, I think. And we will buy that one right there. It costs an extra 1,000 to spray that with paint. Like, seriously, that it is not even that big a machine. And it costs, like, we have machines that are like 10 times that size that don't take that much money to paint up. That's ridiculous. That is genuinely ridiculous. And it looks like we have finished both lots of planting now, apart from this little field over here. So we could go and do the little field. Right, you're done up here. I need to move you off of this field. So you're finished, and we'll move you out of the way. Then we can go and get another tractor and move it back down to the yard. And get that one started. And then we've got the one on the end of the smaller field. We'll just kind of leave that one where he is for a minute. So you can run back this way. I'll do the Actually, I'll do all the muck spreading and everything with this tractor. This is the tractor that belongs here with the cows. So this is the one that's going to stay here, and we're going to do the stuff with it. But what I could do, actually, is reset this one. So I'll take off the front weight, and then I don't have to do extra driving with the other one. I've just got to do one trip with this one rather than 2 trips with the other tractor, which is probably a better thing for us. So we're going to put that one there like that, and then I'll come over this way, and I'll leave the front weight right here like that. Lower you down and take that one off there. You've got to climb out of the tractor in order to do this. And now if you look the other way, you'll be able to tell yourselves that Frithgar has just skipped and driven down to... Where am I looking? Oh, looking at the barn. Down to the shop, because that's where it resets. So reset that one over to there, and then I can drive back up through, which means if I take this one here, because we've finished doing this planting, I can go and take this one now and start planting down in our field down the bottom down here. It's this little field. So we've got 2 crops left to do in that one. No, 3 crops. 3 crops, because we've got to do beans as well. Sunflowers, then beans, then corn, isn't it? So, yeah, originally I was thinking, you know, just get rid of it. Now I'm thinking... we won't get rid of that field just yet. It's got a slight reprieve. We're going to just do this final cycle of crops in here before we get rid of this field. So if I come over this way and I start it down here, and then I manually do here, I'll do the outside round like this. Just bring that down over to this side, and then I will manually do 2 passes along this bottom end. I think it's actually going to be quicker if I do it like this. 1 pass isn't going to be quite enough, I don't think, in order to make it work. So I go like that. Okay. It would help if I turned it on properly. It's because I only lifted it up, and then when I dropped it down, I pressed V and B together, and so it kind of, yeah, it didn't work properly. Long story short, it didn't work properly. So if we bring you out there like that, now, going in this way, it sort of comes up to, ooh. It might better do it with a single pass. Let's see. We will see if it's got the capability of doing this. So bring you out that way, and then lower you down again. And now what I'm going to do is just bring it round that corner a little bit, and then get to there, and then I'm going to press H on here. And I'm going to let the hired help finish this one off. Just as it is. I'm not going to get involved with the rest of it. I'm going to leave it there. You can just stop there for a second, and we can ignore those. This one here, we're going to go straight back to the yard, because we're nice and close from this point. And then we can hook up the milling machine and the muck spreader, and then we can take those back up towards the cattle. We can load up a load of muck to go and spread, and we can get that spread on the hayfield. So that one is then done, and we just got to wait for the grass to grow. I've actually seen video of people using one of these to pick up windrows out in the field, and that does actually seem to be a pretty cool idea. And that one did turn round properly at the end of the field. It did a decent job of that. I can't remember who I seen using this, but I did see a video clip somewhere of someone using one of these on the front of their machine, and they just had a standard trailer on the back, and that's what they were using to pick the windrows up in the field. And I thought that's actually a really, really good idea. So it's something that I would like to try at some point. Obviously, I don't think it's gonna be I don't think you can go very fast across the field with it. Like, our forage wagon picks stuff up at 35k. No, is it 35 or is it 30? I think it's 30k, I think. But anyway, it's a goodly speed. We pick things up with a goodly speed. And this option right here, this wouldn't be a particularly goodly speed. This would be a rather slow speed. I'm guessing, when I don't know for certain, it might actually be pretty good. It might be just the thing that we're after, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to put the spout out on this one. It's going to run round behind, and it's going to sit there. I am going to leave this machine on the front when we are doing our spreading. Like, I'm just going to leave it all hitched in like this. It is a little bit cumbersome, having that stuck out the front, but I figure it's probably going to be alright. So I need to unfold it in order for it to work. It sticks the blades out the front a little tiny bit, that's all. And bring you back over here. Like this, and then we can start you up right there. So we just lower it down like that, and you've got to get pretty close for it to actually. Well, now it does have a nice width out the side that it can work on, but it is pretty close to the front of the milling machine in order to make it work properly. So there's a slight drawback with it. Now you can alter the milling machine. If I was... Let me just pick that one up and stop it a minute. But if I was to alter the onboard capacity of the milling machine, which I have previously done, what you can do is you can have a... When I'd done it with, I think I was selling silage or something, and I altered the onboard capacity of the milling machine to be something like 100,000 litres. And then you had 100,000 litres in the trailer, and you go and take it, you tip it, and then you got another 100,000 that you're carrying around with you that you can then go and immediately tip out as well. So, I mean, the idea, it worked very well. Helper J has completed their task. That would be the last of the planting is now done. I believe in order to... Yeah, so hired help will work on there. But I don't want to hire help just this one just yet. You got to press X to unfold that lot, haven't you? Let me switch over to here. And then I can just start like that. We'll go along here. So he's unloaded. He's only got 100 litres on board. And I'm now going to press H. Oh! Now that's interesting. He's gone down to 10k because that's the speed that this one is set at. That one has a higher... I didn't realise that you could use hired help on that one. If I fold that spout down... He's still taking the 10k from that one. Right, that's interesting to know. I didn't actually realise it would do that. So we're going to have to unhitch it if we want the hired help to be able to do anything useful. So let's get going with that again. And I'll run that out to the end of the row over here like that. And then I'm just going to move it up this way a little bit there. And we'll have to come back and we'll have to remember to hitch that one back in again. So, we'll unhitch you there like that. And then we will back down here. Like this. See, we have got a grill there. Right there. That, in theory, if a stone gets caught by those beaters there, it'll hit the grill rather than hitting the tractor. But it doesn't always do that. Sometimes it goes right through the grill and smashes your back window. Have I ever mentioned that I had a back window smashed by one of these things? I don't know. I think I may have kept that one quiet. just a little bit. Okay, so now if we... There we go. That's better. That's what we want. So we can't keep that one hooked on the front. We have to unhitch it every time if we want this to work. Either that or we need to have a small yard tractor to keep that like that. That's sort of one of the things that would stay in a yard and then just like pot around. So that one would be loading the machine, and then this tractor would then be the one that would rush off out to the field and go and do all the stuff out in the field. So the manure is used up faster than what the slurry is used up. Goes on a bit thicker. But, I mean, that's no terrible hardship, is it? So this one here is all done. That one over there looks like he's all done as well. So we'll go and put all of this away. I'm actually going to bring it over here, and I'm going to repair it. A second. So let's have a look at you. That one is fine. That one doesn't need anything. That one definitely needs repairing. Yes. Okay. And back. So we can jump into there. Then I am going to need to... Actually, that's got to be turned round a little bit. So I'm going to back this one up like this. And then we can spin round there like that. Oh, wait, before we lower that one down, we do need to unfold it like this. Then we can lower it down. Unhitch, and then I can go and hitch it in on this side, and we can back it away into the shed. So there's our sunflowers all lined up and ready. What we don't have yet is 2 corn headers for our combines, so we may have to go and buy those in a minute. Well, not quite in a minute, once we've done everything else. We may get enough money over the next 2 days, because we won't start combining tomorrow afternoon. We'll wait until the next day. Now, we can plant with these so that we don't have to go and cultivate before we do the beans planting. So then I want to go to that one. And that did reach the end of the field. That did absolutely fine just there. Let me go and check on the top end of the field and see what that's like. Helper J has stopped work unexpectedly. The tank is now empty, so we've got to go and do something about that. I thought originally that there weren't any eggs to sell in this game. I thought that FS13 didn't actually have eggs, and it was 15 where the eggs were brought in, but that's not the case. There were eggs here. People have pointed that out, and they used to be sold down there at the ranch. Although that was the garden centre, was it? Can't remember. The names aren't right on here. The names are slightly different. That's the garden centre up there. That there is... I think that was the farm shop, possibly. I don't quite remember what all of them were, but yeah, they're definitely not the names, not all of the names that we've got on here at the moment. The names were a bit different. So I want to go to you. We need to go and grab our milling machine over there, and fold that one back up again. We go and grab the milling machine and then load up another load of manure, and we can let this... You can see, actually, we did a couple more passes on the field. We did all right with that. So once you get going with the better speed that we have available with this, you know, with our increased speed on it, everything worked just fine. I'd like to test that massive, great big brochard muck spreader. I would like to be able to use that one at least once and do some stuff with it. Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.